RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Alton Toyota. Toyota makes the car, Munganast makes the difference. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. And by Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years.
.4", listed at 300 pounds, Daniel Beatty.
So he's half my age, and I'm not going to say a whole lot heavier than I am, but he is.
I was going to see how you walked around that one.
Yeah, I had a tippy toe around it.
The
just
tip
a little.
Won by Marquette. The Explorers have it. Pfeiffer tips it out of bounds, and Marquette ball to start the ball game tonight.
Roxana, as usual, they're going to put their little guards, I want to say, little as in height-wise, but boy, they play large with those hands. They're pests, Pfeiffer and Arbuthnot, and they're going to try to disrupt those passing lanes and really force the issue for Marquette.
Filed left side jumper, missed it. Rebound Pfeiffer. Roxana ball, their first possession, no score. Here's Gus, free throw line, bumped, and he still hits the jumper on the fly from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. I was just getting ready to say probably not the best shot to be taking there. Looked like there was good pressure on him and tight pressure, but he was able to knock the jumper down. Little running leaner right inside the free throw line.
Helton has the ball, throws it to Sterrett. Derek Sterrett, 6'4" freshman, shot from the baseline, missed. Beatty rips down the rebound. Beatty, number 55, throws it out to Gus, and the Shells will set it up with Alex Pfeiffer bringing it up the floor. These two teams met 8 days apart in January, on the 9th of January and the 17th of January. The first game was at Marquette. That was 58-40 in favor of the Shells. Second game was at the Litchfield tournament. There's Beatty, up and off the glass, and good, 4-0.
Double team there, and he was still able to spin and maneuver and get off another tough shot. Roxana 2 for 2 from the floor. And that game at Litchfield, I believe Marquette had a lead in that game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Roxana outscored Marquette 17-10 in the fourth to win it 57-51. So 2 wins in January for Roxana over Marquette. They play for the third time this year. We had a foul on Fenewald. Now a baseline shot rolls off the rim. Rebound Sterrett, up and in. Offensive rebound for the freshman.
Well, Holland he's been patrolling around down on that baseline, and they were able to slot him a pass down low. He had an open look, just didn't knock the shot down. Sterrett was there for the offensive rebound. Puts it in right over top of Beatty.
Gus into the lane, down to Beatty, up and in. No defense there for the big man as the defenders came to Gus, and Gus dropped it to Beatty.
Well, they're going to have to shadow him at all times, because if those guards are able to slot the ball inside to him, that's just going to be way too easy, and he's going to have a field day in there.
Here's Howland with a spin, turns, and
was able to get a hand on it, knock it out of bounds, but Marquette will keep it. 2:41 to go in the half. 3-point game.
Dunn gets his pass knocked out of bounds by Pfeiffer. Couple of minutes after 8 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. Into the 8 o'clock hour we go. SCC boys basketball tonight. Dalton Halm to Ryan Howland. Long two, and it's an air ball, but a foul is called on.
Oh, boy.
It's Gus with number 3.
That's exactly what you want. You want a big kid like Howland. If you're Roxana, you want him shooting that basketball out there. Why in the world would you foul him there?
Out near the three-point line, deep in the corner. Foul number 3.
And your third foul to boot, you've got to be a lot smarter than that.
Just like foul with Marquette. Same foul,
Absolutely.
deep in the corner. They each have 3 fouls now.
You bail him out there because he takes a poor shot there. Now you bail him out with the foul.
Howland with his 6th point. He'll shoot again. 23-21 our score. Free throw off the rim. Beatty clears the rebound to Touche. Touche over the timeline to Pfeiffer. They set up the offense. Beatty dropping down low. Pfeiffer's going to grab it and throw it to Beatty. And he couldn't handle the pass. Marquette will go the other way.
8 turnovers now for the Shells in the half. Probably a little more than what Mark Briggs wants to see.
2 minutes to go till halftime. There's a shot in the lane. It's up and in. And it's Holm who ties the game at 23 all.
Well, you've got to give Marquette some credit. They are taking the ball right at Beatty. They're trying to draw some contact, and he's really not putting up much of a resistance because of his size. It's easy to call fouls on him, and I don't think he wants to pick up that second or third foul here before halftime. He's got one.
Touche gets his pass tipped out by Helton. Eberlin back in the game, and he comes in for Helton. 1:36 to go, second quarter, and it's tied at 23-23. Marquette's leading scorer, Ryan Howland, on the year at 10.5 points per game, and he has 6. Sterrett also with 6 tonight. Roxana ball in this tie game. Touche, right side to Pfeiffer, back to Finnewald, now Arbuthnot to Touche, 3 ball is missed, rebound loose, and the Explorers come out of there with it. Big fight for the rebound, and here's Dunn to Eberlin, knocked away, Beatty has it. Flips it to Arbuthnot all the way down, missed it, but a foul is called on Marquette. Looks like Dunn fouling Arbuthnot.
Just not a very good pass. I didn't see who made the pass at the other end from Marquette. Just a real sharp snap pass. It was really difficult to handle, and Roxana had numbers going the other way. And anytime you can go into transition with numbers, you want to take advantage of it.
Arbuthnot free throw, good. 3 points for him on the night. He breaks the tie again now. Shells making some free throws here. Beatty sits down. Roxana will bring in a sub for him. It's Travis Shook, number 23. Both free throws good for Arbuthnot.
Approaching a minute left here in the half. Got a good one.
25-23, 2-point game. Home team on top. Roxana leading Marquette. Pass to the baseline. Sterrett. Explorers give it to Eberlin. Shot missed. Weak side. It's Shook. Cross over his back. No call, but Shells have it anyway. And now a foul called in the backcourt. Cross will pick it up.
And it's going to put Roxana in a double bonus shooting the basketball here. again, just not a smart foul. 100 feet away from your basket.
41 seconds to go till halftime. Shook at the line. Free throw, good. A two-hand shot put there for Shook.
I don't see that very often anymore.
Nothing but net. Here's another. It's off the mark, and it's 26-23. Shells by 3.
Still a one-possession game.
Cross over the timeline. Jump pass to Sterrett. Catches it inside. Good, and one. Or is the foul on the floor? I think they're waving the basket off. It was a whistle, and we'll have to check it here. The foul is going to be on Arbuthnot, I believe. And 2 shots for Sterrett. And Coach Brian Diskin arguing.
I think they're calling it 1-and-1.
Oh, now they're going to count the basket. They change it up again.
Well, he put the one finger up. I imagine he was calling the 1-and-1. I didn't see the basket to be good. Well, now they're having a discussion at the table. What are we going to do? They are counting the basket.
Well, after the whistle, he waved his right arm like it was waved off.
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, well, you're in a 1-and-1 situation.
Sterrett, free throw, no good. He could have tied the game, but back the other way. Comes Roxana with that 1-point lead, 26-25. Second foul on Arbuthnot, by the way. Sterrett has 8 points. The lead is 1 for the Shells. 10 seconds to go, second quarter. Ticking down to halftime, here's Arbuthnot. Looking inside, Pfeiffer checks the clock, gives to Finnewald. Good! From the left elbow, Finnewald with a swish before the buzzer.
First bucket of the half. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Finnewald makes it 28-25. Roxana by 3 at the break. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Toyota has more cars with an EPA highway estimate over 30 miles per gallon than any other car company on the road today. Camry, Matrix, Corolla, Yaris, Solara, and Prius. So no matter how high gas prices get, you can keep moving forward.
When making the biggest investment of your life, you should expect the experience, professionalism, and commitment of a full-time realtor. Lisa Funk will provide you with results you can count on. Satisfaction guaranteed. Only agent in town that offers a free moving van when you buy or sell. Her experience is not expensive, it's priceless. So look for Lisa for all your real estate needs at 910 Funk or www.lisafunk.com. RiverBender's top producing broker year after year. Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
Hi, George Weber. Weber Chevrolet's year-end clearance is underway, making now a great time to save money when you buy and when you drive. Through the end of the month, we are offering the highest sales incentives of the year. And no matter what you hear in the media, believe me, our financing is still as available and aggressive as it's ever been, if not more. Combine that with our great incentives and you have the lowest payments of the year. And that's just the start of the great values at Weber Chevrolet in Granite City, Illinois. Or check us out on the web at RiverGC.com.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Alton Toyota. Toyota makes the car. Munganast makes the difference. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Lisa Funk, the River Bend's top producing broker year after year. And by Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years.
And 8 seconds into the third quarter, we have a Roxana foul, and it may be Beatty with foul number 2.
And it is.
Quick foul on the Shells there. Out near the free throw line, Ryan Howland, right wing, line drive shot, no. Beatty tips it to Arbuthnot, Shells ball, but it's kicked into the backcourt, and Gus runs it down. Roxana with the ball.
Do you really want your bigs taking perimeter shots? That's why I don't. Marquette's got to post those big kids up down on the block and let them go to work there.
30 seconds now into the second half. Pfeiffer out to Arbuthnot. Fenewald, Beatty, Gus out there too for Coach Briggs. Here's Beatty. Kicks it out to Aaron Arbuthnot, who backs it up to Alex Pfeiffer. Marquette sitting back in really a matchup zone, it appears right now.
More or less, yes.
Running around, chasing the pass. Pfeiffer, Arbuthnot, and Gus out at the three-point line. Here's Gus, left side, to the top, and Pfeiffer again.
They're trying to isolate Beatty one-on-one, but it's really difficult to do that in this formation because the Explorers' defense can collapse so quickly and pick him up.
Sterrett and Howland both dropping down quickly on him, along with File. Here's Gus, though, outside to Pfeiffer. Down to Beatty. Gets a step. Inside. Fouled. Eberlin was there. Sterrett was there. It's going to be the big man, Sterrett, with a foul.
There was the opportunity to finally isolate him one-on-one, and it's really difficult for these Marquette defenders to match up with him with his size one-on-one.
Beatty free throw short off the rim. Here comes another. That's his first missed free throw. He was 3 for 3, right?
That's correct.
Here's another. This one's good. 1 out of 2 now. 14 in the game. 6:26 to go, third quarter. The lead is now 4 for the Shells. Here's the near steal by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer knocks it out of bounds. Roxana won the first quarter. Marquette took the second quarter. Now we'll see about the third and the fourth. Helton will throw it in for Marquette. 2, File between the circles. File to Helton, now to Eberlin, deep in the right corner. Back to the top, File, long 2, it's short. And Gus the other way after the rebound. Ethan Gus all the way down, and he runs over the defender, and it's an offensive foul. Eberlin falls to the ground. That's 4 on Gus.
Well, he definitely is going to have to take a seat now. And remember that at the 6:03 mark of the third quarter, when arguably your best player has to take a seat.
Well, I'm not so sure about that offensive foul, but that was the call. Here's a turnover. Shell's ball again. 29-25. Touche for 3. It's no good. Rebound. Beatty under there. He lays it in.
Boy, you've got 2 Marquette guys there. Nobody talking to each other. They fight over the rebound, and they strip it away from each other. And Beatty pretty much said, thank you very much for the gift.
And now Marquette will turn it over again. Shell's ball again, leading by 6. And Roxana starting to take a little momentum here on their home floor.
2 turnovers for Marquette and 2 missed shots here to start the second half. And not exactly the way you wanted to come out of the locker room buzzer after making some adjustments.
Howland will sit down for Marquette. Cross into the game now. Here's Fenewald, fouled by File. Now he has 4. I believe it's going to be File. And look at here, we have 2 players early in the third quarter with 4 each.
Well, these coaches allowed their players to play, and they pay the price for it by picking up quick fouls. And both File and Gus are going to have to sit down.
And a jump ball call off the inbounds underneath. Possession arrow going to stay with Roxana here. They're up by 6, 31-25. Throw it into Touche. Shells now to Pfeiffer. Right side Arbuthnot to the top. He fires it up and off the rim. There's Beatty underneath. Jump ball called again. He was directly underneath the basket. Coach Mark Briggs says they were holding both of his arms. It should have been a foul, but it was a jump ball.
No, he doesn't get too animated, does he?
Not as much as usual.
Give him time.
That's right. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. It's 31-25. And there's another steal. The Shells are at it again. Arbuthnot kicks it to Touche. Back to Arbuthnot. Now Beatty at the free throw line. Daniel Beatty takes a dribble, bounces to Touche. 2, good, and a whistle. And a foul on Starrett, I believe, away from the ball. And it's going to count for Touche as well. It is Starrett.
And it is, and he has his 3rd foul. And it was away from the ball, and well, Roxana will take it. You get the bonus, you get the shot to go down, and you get possession. Now this could turn into a 4 or 5 point possession here.
They lob it into Fenewald. He missed the shot, and then it rolls out of bounds. Touche been trying all those 3 balls. Finally, he jumps into 2-point range, and he hits a nice jumper.
Well, this team's going to have to start showing some kind of a presence from the perimeter, because if you don't, teams are just going to consistently collapse on you.
Timeout, Marquette, as they fall behind by 8, 33-25 to Roxana. And timeout Explorers here. It's just a 30-second timeout with 4:32 to go in the third quarter, and we're halfway through the third.
And Marquette still where they were at halftime.
Halftime, 28-25. And so it's a mini run, a 5-0 run here in the third quarter for the Shells. But again, they lose Gus with his 4th foul. Marquette loses File with his 4th. And we'll have to see when those 2 players come back into the game. And will they come back into the game at the same time?
Not anytime soon, they won't.
No. Maybe midway through the 4th quarter. Depends on the score.
Well, it depends on the score, yeah.
More than anything. Eberlin throws it in. And we're underway with the Explorers on offense in front of Coach Brian Diskin. Cross bounces it right to the Shells. Another turnover. Here comes Arbuthnot up the floor. To Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer to the baseline. Bumped by Eberlin. That's a Marquette foul. Team foul number 4. Eberlin with his first. Howland in for Sterrett. Marquette makes a change.
And that's already 4 team fouls on Marquette, and we're not even halfway through this third quarter.
Throw it into Finnewald. Turnaround. Rolls in. Good. And we have a foul away from the ball. And I believe it's Beatty with a foul. They're going to count the basket. And Beatty will be charged with a foul. Weak side board there setting up. But
did they count it?
I think they said the ball was in the air on the rim when he was fighting for the rebound, so I think it's going to count.
Yeah, I saw the official wave his arm off like it was waved off.
I think that was the move that Beatty was making. Finnewald got it to roll in for 2. It's 35-25. That's 3 on Beatty, and there's a foul called. Shells look like they had another steal, but Pfeiffer with a foul.
They're starting to get in those passing lanes a little more now and making things happen, and quickly back to a double-digit lead. Didn't take very long.
Well, they haven't scored in 4 minutes. Here's Howland inside, missed it off the back iron, and Howland chases the ball down. Dalton Holm with it. Marquette ball to Travis Helton. Now Eberlin in the corner. Missed a 3. Rebound. It's tipped out by the Shells. Marquette still 10 points down, and they still have the ball.
Well, this half has started, this quarter has started exactly like the second quarter did, but flip-flop the teams. 7-0 run for Marquette to start the second. 7-0 run here for the Shells to start the third.
Helton with the ball. Explorers have it. Eberlin now. Back to Helton. They throw it. Almost an interception again. Boy, the Shells hawking the basketball all over the place here. Here's Eberlin for 3. It's good. From the corner, Eberlin with a 3 ball.
Well, he finally gets something to fall down. Roxana doing a good job defensively, like you said earlier, just ball hawking and getting in those passing lanes and forcing things to happen, and was really giving Marquette some problems. They needed that shot in the worst way. Brings them back within 7.
Backdoor Pfeiffer from Shook, and Pfeiffer lays it in.
Oh, he worked that perfectly. He was sprinting out to the corner like he was going to get a kick out. Reverse field. Got one to drop right underneath the basket. A little Princeton style there, and Pfeiffer gets an easy layup.
Eberlin, top of the key, in and out, missed it. Touche with a rebound to Pfeiffer now. Long pass to Arbuthnot. Arbuthnot, finger roll, no good. Pfeiffer had it go off of his leg, out of bounds. Marquette ball, and they bring Sterrett into the game, and also Tyler Moore, number 21. Cross and Halm will sit down. So here come the Explorers with 2:40 to go, third quarter. Howland to Helton. He threw it right to Touche. Shells on the move. Touche missed it. Rebound. It's Finnewald over the back. Finnewald with a foul.
Well, you miss another layup there, and I think Mark Briggs could get rich off of how many layups he's seen his team miss this year.
Oh, yeah. Easy layups. Bunnies. Marquette ball, 2:19 to go in the third quarter. Here's Tyler Moore underneath to Ryan Howland, and he lays it up and in. It's 37-30.
Quickly get it back to a 7-point game.
Howland with 8, Sterrett with 8. Pfeiffer left it short inside there. May have been deflected. Marquette the other way, trailing by 7. Here's Helton. 1:50 to go, third quarter. Moore fires it up and in. Right wing jumper for 21, Tyler Moore.
He dents the scoreboard, gets it to within 5 again.
Here's Finnewald to Pfeiffer. They whip it inside to Shook. Shells again, no Beatty, no Gus.
Doesn't it seem like Roxana's up by more here?
Yes, it does. Arbuthnot missed it. Marquette with a rebound. Touche with a foul. Shells will pick up another.
Both teams are going to be in danger here. Well, Roxana is now. That is their 16th foul. They've picked up 4 in a row here pretty quick.
1:20 to go, third quarter. Marquette down by 5. It was a 10-point game. Here in the third, Helton bounces to Eberlin. Back out to Moore, dumps it to Sterrett. Sterrett dribbles in, blocked away by Touche. Arbuthnot the other way, lays it up and in. Shells go end to end.
Now they like to push the ball offensively in the transition, and good play by Touche that time to get the block.
Howland right side, off the rim. Finnewald with a rebound to Arbuthnot. Here they come again, filling the passing lanes. Touche from Arbuthnot for 2.
Another transition, and quickly it goes from 5 to 9, and we're down to 30 seconds left.
Howland puts the shoulder into Shook. Offensive foul, Marquette.
And that was a pretty easy call to make, and Brian Diskin knew it. His team getting a little rattled here, giving up a couple quick baskets here in the last minute of the third. And Roxana's probably going to have the last possession here, or they're going to keep it. And they're going to keep it for a final shot.
Pfeiffer, Arbuthnot, Finnewald, Shook, and Touche. And maybe Coach Briggs says maybe we've weathered the storm without Beatty and Gus on the floor.
And they have. They still have a lead.
Up by 9. Here's Arbuthnot. We're down to 12 seconds to go, third quarter. Arbuthnot backs it up, top of the key, gives to Pfeiffer. It's going up, 3-ball, off the rim, tipped around, 1 second left, and that's the end of 3 quarters here at Roxana High School. Our score, Shells 41, Explorers 32. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital. We're part of the team.
Take a look at the latest J.D. Power & Associates insurance certifications for customer satisfaction. Know what each certified agency has in common?
Each is with American Family Insurance.
In fact, American Family Agencies are the first agencies certified by J.D. Power & Associates.
According to our policyholders, our agents deliver an outstanding customer experience.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection
under one roof.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062 or stop by 3014 Godfrey Road.
Welcome back to Riverbend Basketball. It's SCC Boys Basketball tonight. Louis Korak and Brent Birkland back with you. 8 minutes on the clock as we move to the fourth quarter. We mentioned Roxana had won the first quarter. Now they've won the first and the third quarters. Marquette winning the second quarter. 41-32 Shells.
Stretched out the lead there a little bit, getting some points towards the end of that third quarter. 9-point lead now. Going to be awfully tough for Marquette to come back. But we saw what they did at the start of the second quarter. They're not out of this yet, but they're going to have to come up with some defensive stands, no doubt.
Well, it's interesting here for Coach Briggs. Gus and Beatty are both back in the game. Finnewald from the corner, in and out. There's Beatty. He missed it underneath. And Cross has it, but he walks with it as he falls to the ground. He lost his balance. Traveling Roxana ball.
Interesting set of sequences there.
Roxana lobs it into Finnewald. Fouled on the shot. We'll see if it's Cross. Nope, it's going to be somebody else in that maze of players. Tyler Moore with a foul.
Just a little lob and quick shot. And Finnewald draws himself a couple of free throws and
first one's good.
Knocks in the first.
And he's now 2 out of 3 from the line. 6 points in the game. Make it 7 in the game. And the Shells move the lead to double digits. 43-32. Shells by 11 now. Eberlin, 3-ball. It's short. Long rebound, Arbuthnot. There he goes. Arbuthnot bounces to Pfeiffer. Moore steals it away, and Pfeiffer tips it out of bounds. Marquette ball.
Down by 11, but they got to start making a run here, and pretty quick. 7:20 to go.
Explorers bring it up the floor. 7:15 to go as Moore looking for Sterrett, but he threw it right to Roxana. Then Cross knocked it out, but Shell's ball on the turnover. Again, RiverBender.com here tonight. Check that out on the web. And Roxana assistant coach Mike Harmon checking it out on the web from Florida tonight. We hope he's tuned in, checking us out here tonight from Shell Country. Roxana, Illinois. Down to Beatty it goes. Beatty strong off the glass. No. Cross tipped it out of bounds. It's still Roxana ball.
He's starting to miss some easy shots here.
Marquette fans didn't think so, but that was clearly off of Cross as he batted it out of bounds. Here's Beatty inside, traveling on the block. On the right block, he walks with it.
It's amazing how things seem to kind of even themselves out whenever the fans start hooting and hollering.
Officials know the game.
You can't make everybody happy.
True. Somebody's always going to like it. Somebody's always going to hate it.
Good thing we're up here.
We don't care. Just make the call. And make it a good call. There's another turnover on the Explorers. Wow. Here come the Shells. And Gus dribbling to the right wing, fouled by an Explorer. Foul's going to go on Dalton Halm. 7th team foul on Marquette. Halm will pick up his second. And Roxana's Ethan Gus at the line. He's 1 for 3, just 7 points tonight for Gus. But again, remember, he's been in foul trouble. He left the game. Didn't play the last 6 minutes of the third quarter when he picked up his 4th. But he started out here in the 4th quarter on the floor. Gus averaging just over 11 points per game. In the air, and it rolls in. 44-32 Shells.
It's their biggest lead of the night.
Roxana with another free throw. Number 30, Gus. G-U-S-S, up and missed it. 1 out of 2. The lead is a dozen, 44-32 Roxana. Marquette ball, Eberlin to Sterrett. Turnaround over Beatty. Rolls off the rim. Gus has another rebound.
Could take their time with it a little bit now and kill some clock here with a lead of a dozen.
And maybe take some air out of the orange. We'll see.
I was getting ready to say a baker's dozen, but my eyes were deceiving me there a little bit.
12-point lead. Gus with the dribble. Out near the center circle. Long pass to Finnewald. Back to Gus. 5:45 to go. Here's Finnewald. Baseline. Glass. No. Got his own rebound. Somehow he came out of there with it, but off of his leg, out of bounds. And Marquette ball. Explorers with Eberlin, Helton, File back out there. Sterrett and Cross. File with 4 fouls too, remember. Here's John File. Whips it to Helton in the lane. Helton bumped. Maybe bumped by Gus. Is it? His 5th foul with 5 minutes to go in the game.
Well, he knew it. He started walking to the bench immediately.
5:22 left when Gus fouls out of the game.
He had 2 free throws over the final 2+ quarters here. Started off with a bang, 6 points in the first quarter.
They'll finish with 8.
Departs quietly.
Helton with a free throw. It's good.
Marquette started slow in the third quarter as well. Couldn't get any points on the board right from the get-go, and they had their chances here, no doubt about it.
Free throw is missed. Beatty has the rebound, and he'll fire it up to Finnewald. Finnewald gets it batted away, though. 44-33. Marquette ball down by 11 here at Roxana. Eberlin to the corner. Helton, one dribble, up, and he missed it. Got his own rebound in the lane and fouled on the arm. Shells with a foul. Touche will pick up the personal.
Bonus time once again. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. We got it. Even 5 minutes to go.
Touche with 2 fouls. Helton rolls the free throw in. He's 2 out of 3 all of a sudden. Scored a bucket way back in the first quarter. Free throws here in this quarter. Here's Sterrett with a rebound on the missed free throw. Puts it up. No good. Got his own rebound. Fouled by Beatty.
Boy, he gets an offensive rebound. Gets a rebound of his shot. Nah, I think Mark Briggs is going to want to talk about this. He sees a little laziness in his team right now. They're up by 10, but there's still 4:52 to go and enough time to make a run here.
Timeout, 4:52 to go. Fourth quarter, 44-34. Roxana leading Marquette by 10. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Sports, food, and good times. All this and more are waiting for you at Alton Sports Tab. Gather the crew for a night out, or better yet, bring in the whole family and enjoy the best burger or wings in town. We offer daily specials, an affordable menu, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Visit our new Caribbean-themed edition. We also have banquet and meeting rooms for your special occasion. Alton Sports Tab, serving up sports, food, and good times daily at the intersection of Route 140 and Homer Adams Parkway in Alton.
St. Anthony's Health Center, located in Alton, is serving the Riverbend area with quality patient care and comfort through comprehensive outpatient rehabilitative therapy services, advanced diagnostic technology, and emergency services, while also providing community education classes that benefit those of all ages. All brought to you by St. Anthony's Health Center's dedicated and caring health professionals.
Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back with you here. Boys SCC basketball from Shell Country. Sterrett, free throw, up and in. And another one coming here. It's 44-35. Shells by 9. Marquette trying to make it a little closer, and they do. Sterrett hit them both, and the press is on.
First one into double digits here. 10 points now for the young freshman.
They break the timeline. Down to Beatty it goes. Beatty missed it off the glass. Long rebound. Touche. Now out high. File with a steal. And a whistle. And it's going to go the other way as File lost it at midcourt.
Brian Biskins trying to say he got bumped and not buying it. But another missed layup there for Roxana. Beatty had that one. You thought that one was money in the bank, and he just missed it.
Arbuthnot gives to Touche. 4:24 to go in the game. Touche looks inside to Beatty. Little hook shot this time. Missed it. Got his own rebound, and he lost it. And they're down on the floor again. Beatty out to Arbuthnot. Arbuthnot has it, and a timeout for Coach Mark Briggs. So the Shells with a little hustle here after the missed shot.
Playing hot potato with the basketball again. Nobody wants it.
Beatty's down on the floor with everybody else. So watch out. Look out below. 4:10 to go. Fourth quarter, and the lead is 8.
Still in that danger area where a run can be made here. There's still 4:10 to go. A lot of time left, and Marquette hasn't made a field goal, but neither team, actually, I'm just looking at this right now.
Free throws.
Neither team has made a field goal this quarter.
4 minutes gone. 4 minutes left here in the fourth. Again, Friday night we'll be in Bethalto with CM and Jerseyville. Play-by-play. That's 7:30 Friday night. Roxana ball out of the timeout. Here's Arbuthnot with it. Guarded by File. Arbuthnot left side to Pfeiffer. High post, it goes to Beatty. 3:50 to go in the game. Arbuthnot bounces to Finnewald. Finnewald bounces to Beatty. Inside, blocked away, and then fouled. He was fouled 3 or 4 times, and finally, the whistle blows. Looks like a foul on maybe Helton here.
It is. Number 3, team foul number 8. Beatty goes to the line for 2.
Up and in for Beatty, 17 in the game. Five for 6 from the line. In the air, good. 2 out of 2.
For a big man, maybe you ought to take Shaq off to the side and teach him a thing or two about shooting free throws.
Take that, Shaq. Down to the corner, File, 3-ball off the rim. He missed it. Loose ball out of bounds. And it's going to be, well, the officials all looking at each other. And now the third official comes in. Roxana basketball. Shells basketball.
I couldn't tell.
It's one of those where call a jump ball and go with the arrow maybe.
If you've got 6 eyeballs that don't know, jump it up.
Time to go to plan B. Here's Arbuthnot into the front court. Double team, bounces to Touche. Touche. Double teamed again, and now a whistle and a foul, and File has fouled out of the game with 3:09 to go as he hacked Touche in the center circle.
Well, now he joins Gus with 5 fouls and done for the game.
Little chippy now. These two teams don't like each other. They've played 3 times now this year.
Kind of like you and I. We don't like each other, but we put up with each other.
That's right. Sometimes. Touche with the free throw, and the Shells keep making free throws, don't they?
It's the name of the game. If you're going to protect the lead, you're going to have to knock the freebies down. You know that the opposition's going to put you in the line. Roxana now 7 of 8 in the quarter. They haven't made a field goal. 0 for 8 from the field, but they're maintaining that 12-point lead.
And only 3 minutes to go. Marquette will throw it out of bounds into the third row of the bleachers. Roxana ball. 3 minutes exactly on the clock. 48-36.
Last thing you can afford to do is turn the ball over this late in the game when you're down by a dozen. And really up against it now, Marquette is. Roxana can almost lock this thing in cruise control.
Still haven't hit a field goal in the quarter, as you mentioned. Arbuthnot with it. 2:40 to go.
Neither team has.
That's right. Nothing but free throws across the board. We started the quarter with Roxana leading 41-32. It's 48-36 right now. Shells 7 out of 8 in the quarter from the line. Here's Beatty. Inside to Finnewald, missed it off the glass. A little bunny again.
Oh, you have to make that shot. Cannot say it enough.
Howland, a long 2 from the baseline. No good. Arbuthnot out of there with it. And a jump ball call. I don't know how Arbuthnot came out of there with the ball, but he did. And then the jump ball. Marquette ball on the arrow.
Well, sometimes when you're 5'2" or 3 or 4, whatever he is, you've got a pack of bodies in there. It always seems like the littlest guy somehow winds up with it at the bottom.
Falls in your lap. Pfeiffer tips a pass out of bounds. And Marquette ball, 2:03 to go in the game.
You know, he's listed, I'm telling you, he's listed 5'6" on this program. I'm gonna bet his dad a soda or something that he's not 5'6".
Not even close. Here's Eberlin. Throws it away as it's stolen by Arbuthnot. Another turnover.
Well, he jumped that time like he was 7'6".
Here's Pfeiffer to Finnewald. 1:50 to go. Still nobody has a field goal in the fourth quarter. Here's Arbuthnot with it. Back to Finnewald it goes. 1:40 to go, and there's a foul. I don't know if I've ever seen both teams go without a field goal in a quarter. I know I've seen one team go without one, but not both.
If it has, it's pretty rare.
Here's a foul on Halm, his third. Finnewald to the line. 1:40 to go in the game. Shells by 12. Finnewald, free throw, good.
That'll get it done. If you can knock the freebies down, you're in pretty good shape.
In the air and good. Shells now 9 out of 10 in the quarter. That's pretty good.
It is.
50-36, Roxana. Eberlin to Halm. Shells looking to go 3-0 against Marquette this year. Touche kicks it out of bounds on defense. 1:22 to go, and Marquette cannot get a good look.
Well, Roxana's definitely picked it up defensively here in the second half, and it's really changed the outcome of this game.
Starrett inside, rolls off the rim, got his own rebound, and Pfeiffer looked for the steal, but he's out of bounds. It's Marquette ball with 1:15 to go.
You're right, I can't believe nobody's made a shot here. It's amazing.
50-36, still to score. And Pfeiffer fouls Cross on the inbounds.
You don't want to do that. You got a minute and 15, minute 14 to go. Why put the other team on the line when you've got a 14-point lead?
Well, now Cross for the Explorers to the line. 1:14 to go, and first free throw in the air, and it rolls off the rim. No good. Cross will shoot another. In the air, he missed it. Starrett got the rebound and rolls it off. No good. Cross underneath. His shot blocked. Finnewald out of there with it, and he's fouled by Helton. And the Shells fight for it and get it. Marquette 4 out of 8 from the line in the fourth. That's not good.
These teams have combined to shoot. Da-da-da-da. 0 for 18 in the quarter.
Oh.
Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
Wow.
I thought you were going to tell me 20 free throws, and it will be after Finnewald
Well, we're
shoots
there.
2.
That's pretty obvious. I'm just talking about how futile these teams are shooting the basketball in the quarter.
Helton with his fourth foul, by the way. Finnewald going wild in the quarter. 2 for 2, 6 for 6 in the quarter.
11 for 12 they've made. If you don't make a field goal in a quarter, it's pretty tough to score double-digit points, but they've done it. They've done it from the line.
1:05 to go in the game. It's a 16-point lead now. Finnewald up to 11 points, and turnover, and the Shells headed back the other way with a 52-36 lead. Finnewald gets it knocked away. Here comes Halm, layup, no good. Tipped out, Roxana ball. We still don't have a field goal.
I was getting ready to say, hallelujah, we finally have one, and no.
Layups won't go in either on either end. Here's Pfeiffer with it in the backcourt to Arbuthnot. Arbuthnot, triple team, gives it up to Pfeiffer. His pass tipped away, Marquette ball. 35 seconds left. Halm with a long shot, no good, out of bounds, Shells ball. And this game is all but over. 52-36, Roxana.
It is over.
And we're 0 for 20.
20 now.
From the field. Pfeiffer knocked away to Shook. Gives to Finnewald. Back to Arbuthnot. Now to Pfeiffer. Fouled for some reason. Pfeiffer goes to the line.
I guess he felt like losing by 18 instead of 16. I don't know.
Maybe he wanted another chance for Marquette to get a field goal.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pfeiffer to the line. Cross with a foul. Just 2 points for Alex in the game. Free throw. Good. What's new? Keep going in from the line. Gus, the only miss in the fourth quarter. Shame on him.
No kidding.
In the air, and another miss.
See, you just jinxed it.
12 out of 14, right? Not bad at all.
Not too shabby.
Shells 53-36. Eberlin in and out. Missed a three. And out of bounds. It's still Marquette ball. They still have a chance. 4 seconds to go.
We still got a chance for a field goal. One. Can we get one?
I don't think we can. Marquette ball down 53-36. Halm has it. Dumps it into Sterrett. Off the glass. He missed it. It was after the buzzer anyway. No good. Shells win it. 53-36. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Alton Toyota. Toyota makes the car. Munganast makes the difference. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank. We're better together. St. Anthony's Health Center. Innovation, commitment, compassion. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. And by Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years.